Hello, we return once again to Pillars for another Seal vs. Seal match. Seals have died. They're doing another in-house. Same teams as last time, but swapped factions. Team 1, ANS, Deranged Octopus, Seal, Sigger, and Hopeful Monster. Team 2, Puppy from Hell, Stubble the Shrimp, Cheetahs Never Win, and Beef. OSP. We have... Oh, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for another game. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to be a dirty game. Oh, this is going to be a very dirty game. Okay. Let's start with the ANS team. We got Sigger in a Frig Blob. Some jamming, some 250s, some floodlights, a little bit of point defense. A lot of 250s. Hopeful Monster in a Frig Blob. 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes full of sacks, 20 a pop. A couple of Peanards, Scout Sprinters, Deranged Octopus in a Frig Blob. Sarissas, blankets. Was that a hang-up I saw? No, just blankets. 120s, 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 120s. Nope, defenders and stonewalls, a little bit of point defense. A little bit of point defense. Okay. And Bragersill bringing the beam battleship as the anchor. Oh, boy. That's a hell of a team. It's also got a little support scout sprinter thing here. Beef. No, we're going to do the same thing. Bottom up. Stubble the Shrimp. Local Math Blob. Rocket Shuttle team. Lyrebirds on quite a few shuttles. Rockets. Double rockets on the rest. Lyrebirds on shuttles are mean. You can get close and quiet and just keep people from having fun. 1 EWR as well. Sex coming out already from Hopeful. No hesitation going under the map. I don't think he's going to find anything, though. If he peels off onto Echo, he'll pick off these. But if he's just blind firing under the map, these are a bit of a waste. Good scouting information, though. Puppy from Hell. 2 Ewar-centric Ocellos. They got floodlights on them. They got blackjacks, interruptions, lyrebirds, 450s. No direct point defense, interestingly. Just lots of... A lot of gun. Okay, yeah, these are going after Echo. And they sniff something. They sniff a lot of somethings. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. S1's coming out, but I don't think they're going to get here in time. So that's 1, 2... 2 lands on this shuttle. Oh, not really doing that much. Kind of don't want to be spending that many points on that. It's like, what is that, like 80 points? I think it stocks about 20 points. We got a huge barrage of Blomfire containers coming around the backside of Delta, which are also going to be dodged. I'm trying to... Guys, you got it. Guys, I'm trying... The video. Everybody stop playing the game. More missiles coming out of both teams. God, everywhere. Cheetahs Never Win with 450 bulkers with containers on the backside. I'm not sure if these are decoy. Yeah, decoy containers on the backside. Bellboard Scout, Bloodhound, and EWR with Blackjack. These containers coming up here, coming after Charlie. They're not going to find anything again. And it's doing a pretty good job of getting off the points after they've capped them and not getting destroyed. Did Beef's name is Missiles, Yubs, and Nubs? He did. What a legend. Only bringing 2. And naming them for himself. Like an absolute unit. Let's take a look at this container liner. Good idea. Indoor. Oh, and he's using the style that I like to use. Nice. I like the diagonal ones. They're kind of... I think they're cool. I like how boxy this is. Or angular, I guess. So yeah, is this full greed build? Civilian, programmer, CIC, Intel Center. He is bringing an Intel Center, but no radar, no close range capacity, just missile. Mad respect. I love it. You were coming out of both teams here. Puppy trying to light up the Frig Blobs that are throwing jamming down the field, and it's working, actually. Sigger's force is lit up. Deranged Octopuses is not Puppy had... Ooh, one of his Acellos is locked, which is very dangerous. His floodlights are also ticking down slowly. The floodlights do last longer than blankets do, if I recall correctly. I need to find... Where's your jammer, Hoss? There it is. No, that's floodlight. Jammer. I think these are 90, and I feel like the floodlights are 120. Might not be correct. I need to look at the math on the E-War again at some point, apparently. More nubs going after one of the Pinard scouts. A couple socks coming over the top here. I'm loving this missile gameplay. No one has made a move for Alpha yet. The Frig Blob's kind of pressuring it. And the OSP team's kind of pressuring it, but no one's trying to grab it. Come to Big Nova Hills. Big Nova Hills, no down payment. Still, does Shovel the Shrimp do the whole speech? Yeah. Yeah, she did. What a legend. I don't know. I don't know if one defender's enough for this. Because defenders are pretty good against decoys, but containers are also very slow. Yeah, oh, outranged. That's painful. Okay. Very painful. There we go. Fuck you, Shelter. Dumb enough to block Chiasmia. Big Nova Hells, bad deals. You'll fall for this VS guaranteed. Big Nova Hells, challenge hybrids. Payment only at Big Nova Hells. And the Looker. Just completely ruining it. Which has eaten a sock or two, apparently, at some point, which I missed while I was floating around with the containers. That's presumably where the ones that went over the top came. Speaking of socks, here comes some more. Where are these headed? I actually truly do not know. We got Budget Sarissa coming out. Oh man, going right to the ass end of these Ocellos. That's not gonna be good for them. Ooh, ooh, oh! Puppy doing a little bit of radar wiggling there. Turn them on, turn them off, but not quite good enough. Damn, Sundrive Ocello, very bold, taking some pretty heavy hits there in that drive section. Decoy containers being flown out. Yubs and some nubs being fired at the sprinter on Alpha. But these containers are just getting cleaned up like nobody's business. One defender beats 1,000 EO decoy containers. Mazur, please. Yeah, the problem is the spread on the decoys. So a lot of those decoys staged and they just went way over here. And the ship was like, well, I don't need to fire at those. I'm going to fire at the containers. So they didn't actually help. Great pain. Great pain. Frig Blobs moving on to Alpha. ANS has managed to cap that Alpha point. Look at this. Just wall. An actual wall of spaceships. Alright, yeah, that's a screenshot. Maybe two. Put with another one. Actual wall of spaceships. 250, we got some socks coming out up top. Staging, oh, right here, actually. Right now. Bonk. Puppy's Ocello's getting absolutely ruined by these missiles. Brought so much soft kill, but it is just not cutting it against the socks. Everything and the kitchen sink. Not sure what Hopeful's concerned about. Oh, he sees all these coming around the corner and he thinks they're real. He's kind of off by himself. And then the SOC team can't move very quickly because everything is invested in those missiles. With Blob pushing forward. Over here. There we go. .450 cannons, but 450s aren't going to be performing very well against those frigates. Looks like they're firing at the 10 input here. Yeah. And just whoosh. Oh, although when you do get lands, whoo boy, do they do the damage. 450 HE into the nose of a rain is very painful because it won't penetrate all the way through. If you hit him in the flank, it will. But not nose on like that. Look at all that. That's from, what, 5 rounds, 6 rounds of... oh, well, obviously more, actually. Quite a bit more. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, so it's taking a few rounds on the side from... I'm not really sure what, actually. Probably the 250 Acellos? I think those are 250 holes. And then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, 5 rounds up here. Maybe some overlaps, so maybe like 6 to 7 rounds. In the nose. Just... killing everything. Well, not killing it. Obviously, this thing is still fighting fit. It's just a little bruised. No. Stubble, actually, is now rocking the, V's. Stubble the shuttle. Containers coming out with the Sarissas and the RPF. Oh, man. Oh, this is just sad. Yeah, Sarissas and the RPF just sort of, removing those from existence. They're not even able to get to the point where they would be dropping decoys out. Oh, there goes some decoys, and the RPF is going to immediately destroy the decoys. And it's not even... They're not even in range of the actual PD. Flak wall. Defenders. Frig blobs kiting into one another. Pretty good job of controlling those. The containers are zoning these, forcing them to back away. But the OSP isn't really in a place to make a play for that alpha point. Oh, they have bullied the ANS with this missile usage onto Delta. I might be able to make a play for Charlie, but if anything small starts capping a point, it's just going to be RBF'd into the next galaxy. Beef doing a little rock slinging here. Should increase his efficacy dramatically, but the Sarissas, and there's just so much. Such a high concentration of fire here. It's... yeah, that all gets cleaned up. What happened to those socks? Not really sure. Might have hit the kitchen sink, actually. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Yeah, those are a lot of fresh wounds on the nose of this thing. So that's exactly where they went. Right here! These fires are steadily going to get put out, but... and now that it's kind of disabled, it's eating 250 fire from the rains. Which is not good. Very not good. So stuck out in the open. Its drives are shot. It's getting 250. The puppy's trying to get his large lockers online. But it is going to be a long time before this thing is functional and fighting. Again. Yeah, that's Frig blobs, baby. Messed around with a little bit with Frig blobs in pubs, and they're pretty good. Even just rocking them solo, all you have to do is stand off and jam, and you can just 250 and RPF your way to victory. Anybody else tries to jam you, you just fire the Illuminators down the field, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, containers can't do anything against this, which is unfortunate. Some 450 fire coming into... not really sure what it's coming into. Might have just missed everything because I'm not seeing a new ship getting colored up here. Yeah, and this is in basically the same state as when we left it. Ooh, a missile land here. What would hit that? Presumably a sock. Some gunfire in the side. 120 and the 250. Which isn't doing that much right now, but it's going to add up real fast. Especially considering the counter battery. Okay, these are being fired up here. That's not really doing that much. Hopeful, realizing he's under attack from 450, he needs to start dumping these socks out. As many kills as possible with them. Unfortunately, ooh, good dodge here by Stubble on Echo, but the ships have been bullied off of Echo Point, and the Gringole is going to be able to cap it. Another volley of saw. Ooh, missed. Into the moon. Into space. Into darkness. These are coming after the bulkers. It'd be real dangerous. ANS has a 100-point lead. Oh, but they're all going to go after the kitchen sink. No, they're not. The kitchen sink's radar is presumably down. Look at that damage. The yellow lone getting most of its internals redded out. And it's going to be dead in the water for quite some time. Ton of restores. Not that many teams. So it's going to take a while to get everything back online again. And the wonky leash is also having some command and control problems. Redded out CIC. Oh, and now a grayed out CIC. There's that 250 coming in handy, punching through capital DT. And knocking down reinforced tools. More containers coming out. Getting Sarissa. During all of this, with the OSB being completely dumpstered to hell and back, the ANS has launched a reactor on one of its frigates. One of its 50 frigates. So there is that to be considered. Briggs down here in the beam battleship, playing Trap Spider, as you really should be in the beam battleship. Another volley of socks coming up here. I'm not sure if they're going to be going after the everything, or yeah, that's exactly what they're going after. Oh, they're going after the chaff. No, they're switching. No, they're going back. They can't decide. Yeah, it's the everything. And the everything has had everything done to it. One could imagine. No restores left. In abysmal condition. A lot of red stuff. Gonna be a while. Wonky leash getting finished off. Yellow lone also getting finished off. I have the 250 fire in the side. Yeah, it kind of feels like it, doesn't it, Hopeful? With all the missiles coming out of both teams, the containers. That's my attempt at the DEFCON noise. Hold on, wait a minute. No. I got, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this one more time. I promise I'm gonna do it again. Alright, maybe not. GG, easy win. Look at these containers. It's just not enough. There's not enough closed area in pillars to be able to make use of these very effectively, which is unfortunate. Not, at least not against this build. Oh! Ooh, some dodges there. Good hits here. That's one down. Another one's getting through. Bonk. And that's a Sarissa Frig. That took a hit. Oh, his Sarissa is still operating. And Beef is running out of containers, actually. Is completely out of containers. So this thing is going to eat a whole bunch. Pushed to the front to be a sacrifice, presumably. Another land. Alright, we're gonna throw this up and hope it's not definitely loud. Yeah! For all you DEF CON enjoyers out there. It's terrible timing on it, but I don't care. I had to hear that. And someone mentioned it. I had to do that. The game has imprinted itself upon my soul. She's never wins, surrendering, throwing in the towel. There goes Beef. I imagine the rest of the OSP team is going to be shortly behind it, because they sort of got demolished by this frigate team. Frigates are pretty good. Pretty good. They were able to zone. The missiles were an especially powerful tool for zoning. Missiles did the damage. The cannons punched out reinforced modules. And yeah, the battleship just sort of chilled down here, having a good time. Briggs on his phone at this point, just like, yeah, good work, guys. You got it. The battleship captain's here. Everybody's already just having drinks and things. Yeah. MVP, Briggs Drasil. Winning a game without doing anything. Never seen it before. Yeah, Frig Blobs. Yikes. It's a little good. It's a little good there. Wow, all the Sarissa point defense fired. Imagine that's where most of his damage came from, too. Yeah, in fact, that's where all the damage came from. 60 damage of Sarissa fire. Out here at Octopus. All full. Of course, rocket the sacks. These did not do as much damage as I thought they would. It's 28. I mean, he's 30,000. Wait, no. It's 40,000. Okay. I was about to say 30 seems a little light, but yeah, 40 is about right. And then Sigurd doing pretty good volume of damage. It's probably like 14, 15. The OSP team just was not allowed to play the game. Completely and totally zoned by the 20 minutes. 20 minutes. It was brutal. I question Puppy's build. I want to know what he was trying to do with it. Because the Acello is kind of the ultimate anti-hybrid tool. But he's designed this in a fleet support tool. Rather than an anti-hybrid tool. I don't know. Very odd. And then, yeah, the rocket shuttles didn't really do anything. Because they couldn't. If they'd have been on the map anywhere at all, they would have just gotten RPF to smitheroonies. The only ships that could make a play were the Acellos and the Bulkers, and they got dumpstered by missiles. Brutal game here from SEAL team. Huge thanks to them for having me out. Let me watch this in-house game and cast it for you, dear viewer. Quite high quality, quite high quality. The first one a little bit more than the second. What really sucks is I got DC'd from the first one before the crazy climax. Such is the ways of things. That's okay, we saw some really high-level play in how to use frigates correctly. You know, I see some people bring Frig Blobs into, well, Frig Swarms more accurately. A Blob is when you have multiple fleets worth of them. It's more accurate to call this a Frig Swarm, and a bunch of them a Frig Blob. So there's a little terminology correction for everybody out there, including me. See people bring Frig Swarms in a pub sometimes, and they just kind of run around with them and get dumpstered, and they don't, like, understand. I thought these were overpowered. Somebody lied to me. Master. Well, you have to use them in a very specific way. These are a strategic tool. Push forward, and then you push back. And you push forward, and you back off. You gotta kite with them and fire at the right thing And comboing them with missiles works really well, because the missiles do the upfront damage, and then the 250s punch out all the redded components. That's how you use those correct. And all the 120 RPF also helps against shuttles, and provides anti-missile support. It does so very much. It's such a simple, easy package. Just gotta use it well, which is not easy, to be fair. I think that's everything to say about that match. I hope you enjoyed, dear viewer. I did. I did very much. Even though it was kind of depressing seeing how powerful Reigns are in the right hands. It was a good game. It was a good game. It's very impressive as well to see how to use those correctly. I bid thee adieu.